Hey guys, real quick, I saw a scripture yesterday about 3 times, right? So I know that when God speaks to me, he repeats himself, right? Not because I'm hard of hearing or, I'm just not paying attention, but because he knows me and I need to know that I'm hearing correctly from him, so he'll repeat himself. And there are scriptures where he says, "Verily, verily, I say unto you," when he's repeating himself, or where he says something to somebody and he calls their name, more than once. But in this scripture, it was actually Jeremiah 33:3. And what the scripture says is, "Call unto me and I will answer you," is what the scripture says, "and I will show you great and mighty things." So in this video, I just wanted to, because I feel like I've said this before, but I feel like I need to say it again. And it's not that I don't try to do these videos for likes or what have you. My prayer to God was, I've spent enough time hiding in the background, or I've spent enough time running from whatever you've been calling me to do. So this is me being surrendered, right? And so I'm like, God, if there's anything that your people need to hear, then use me to say it, is basically what my prayer is, or has been, which is, what these videos are. And I don't feel like it's me repeating myself. I feel like it's God repeating himself to us. And I say us because usually when he wants me to speak, he wants me to speak. And it's usually for me too. So I'm not telling anybody anything that doesn't hit home for me, right? But in this scripture that he kept showing me yesterday, and I've said it in a video before, that with this being the season of giving, and God being the ultimate giver, he wants to give gifts to his children, right? And it doesn't have to necessarily be a physical gift. Like, it doesn't necessarily have to be that, but there are spiritual gifts as well that he is trying to give to his children. So with this being the gift giving season, rather, he needs us to be in alignment. And there are times where we ask God for things, and we ask him for understanding, and we ask him for clarification, and we feel like we aren't getting those answers. But he said in the scripture that if we call to him, that he will actually answer us, right? So if you're asking him for things right now and you're not getting them, perhaps it's because you aren't in alignment to receive it, right? And I know for me personally, I know there are things that God has in store for me. Like, there are things that he has in store for all of his children, and all of these things were established before the earth was formed, right? So if there are things in our path, and as we're being obedient and walking on this path, we are going to get to a place where we are collecting the blessings that he has for us, right? So if we get into a place to receive, sometimes it's not even that we're being disobedient or doing something that we're not supposed to do. A lot of the times it's this, we're just too busy. Like, we're running around and, we got to do something with the kids, or we got to do something with the house, or we're cooking and we're cleaning, and, we're just busy. He just wants us to get to a place where we're able to hear what he's saying. And he doesn't have to be loud. He's God. He speaks in a still small voice, right? So if we're busy and distracted and hurried and rushed, we may not be able to hear him. So he just wants to remind us, I think, through this video, to get somewhere and just be still. because like I know for me, he's been confirming some things, and I think it just is one of the reasons why I'm so excited this year, particularly in this gift giving season, because I know there's some things that he has for me, and he's confirming those things. You know, we're all believing God for something, and he's been confirming them. Like every day I'm getting confirmations of something, you know what I mean? So I'm excited to be able to receive these things, because I feel like I'm in alignment with God right now. So not to say that I'm perfect. God knows, and you know, my sin ain't your sin, and you know, your struggle ain't mine. So just remain faithful, remain in a place, in a posture of prayer to be able to receive him. And I have to keep saying this, that prayer is not just giving God your wish list. You know, he's not a Santa Claus. We're not sitting on his lap telling him everything that we want. You know, he speaks back. He is a living God. So if you're not getting the confirmations, or you're not getting the understanding, these are the things that he gives liberally. You know, the Bible tells us that if we don't have the wisdom, to ask him for it, and he will give it to us, and he doesn't hold it back. You know, God is not a God who wants to keep us in the dark, because he is a God of light. He is light. So he doesn't want to withhold anything from us, because the Bible tells us that no good thing will he withhold from those who walk uprightly before him, right? So he's not trying to hold anything back from him. He's not that kind of God. But he's not going to give you something if you're not ready to receive it either. So this is just, you know, a quick word